Welcome everyone to another episode of Universe Mode. Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw. And as you see right here, the main event, Randy Orton will defend the WWE Championship against HBK. Shawn Michaels as we're kicking things off here in NC. I'm guessing that's North Carolina. Yep, obviously North Carolina. We're kicking things off here in Raleigh. Where the hell is called? We're just gonna say North Carolina. Kicking things off here on Raw. The United States Championship Open Challenge with the new United States Champion, R-Truth. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, last week for last week's edition of Raw, Sheamus held the United States Championship Open Challenge. The one who answered that, R-Truth. Now, the week before that, Sheamus successfully retained it against John Morrison in the same U.S. Title Open Challenge. Last week, then, R-Truth answered it in hopes of maybe one-upping his tag team partner or revenging his tag team partner. And, well, he did do Morrison proud, I guess, because Truth is the new United States Champion. And now, well, definitely got to think here. Morrison and Truth, I believe, still have their tag title rematch clause. I believe so. And also, well, definitely got to think who's going to challenge for Truth's United States Championship. It could be anyone in the back. Only as long as they're in the Raw brand, so it could help out other people who don't get that many opportunities here. For example, it helped out R-Truth against Sheamus. He got a very surprising victory. Who knows? It could actually be John Morrison here. Battle of the teammates. Should be a good contest either way. So R-Truth is going to defend it against, well, there goes the surprise factor. The Great White. The former United States Champion. R-Truth waiting now. What's this? Crowd looks confused. We just saw his Titantron for a second. And now, there he is. Sheamus going to try to go for the easy win here. Close 9 to R-Truth. The cheap shot, the blind side to R-Truth to kick things off here on Raw. And, well, the former United States Champion Sheamus not too happy that he lost that title last week to R-Truth. He probably thinks that it's a joke now. Truth is a very credible competitor. And he was given an opportunity. He took it. Wish to be fair is what we talk about in Universe Mode. You get your opportunity, or you're given an opportunity. You know, that could be a big momentum booster. And a great example is R-Truth. Wasn't doing all that well here in Universe Mode, him and John Morrison. And, well, Truth took it. Morrison took his opportunity. Didn't work out well. Truth worked out a little bit more well for him. And now Sheamus not too happy about that fact. And to the outside goes the new United States Champion. But now here's where I worry. Well, yes, the momentum booster we were talking about. We talk about this a whole lot in Universe Mode. The momentum, that one match victory could do a lot in the future. And Truth, you know, it worked out well for him last week. But at this point, you know, could also be that factor for Sheamus. As I just went horse for a split second there. That was bad. Anyway, now Sheamus, a couple strikes here, kick right to the gut. To the new United States Champion has Mob takes him down right there, knee right to the side. Sheamus now is looking for here. Gonna work on the back here maybe. Has him. Truth definitely gonna get out of this. Is a camel clutch here. Truth definitely can get out of this. Come on. Sheamus, I guess, just using this to wear down Truth here. Truth is, once again, like I said, a credible competitor. So, well, he is struggling here, but there we go. Finally gets out. Lifting up the big man. Sheamus taking him down. Sheamus gets taken down right there. His back cracking on the mat. And there he goes to the outside. And his back him the ring apron. And, well, and also the concrete. So that's not going to help out Sheamus. Of course, R-Truth needs to try to target an area here. Maybe the legs, maybe the back. Works out well. Definitely take out Sheamus' factors to stop him from hitting that broke kick, which definitely obviously will be, you know, the leg. Most importantly, the dominant leg. But any leg will actually do to stop Sheamus from getting momentum and running up. But either way, a jump could also maybe give Sheamus, you know, the ability to still hit it. So, goes hand in hand, I guess. Anyway, now Sheamus has him up and takes him down right there. The Ezekiel Jackson stuff. And now Sheamus, the former United States Champion, could become a two-time United States Champion here tonight. And now taking him down again. Once again, it's just a Uranagi type thing. A collarbone slam, I guess. It's one of those two. Well, they're both awfully similar. Obviously, they have differences. And now here we go, a third one. Sheamus is just not playing any games. They're not bashing R-Truth's head on the mat. I'm scared for Truth here. I really am. Truth had a great feel-good moment. Finally win the title here in the WWE for the first time in years by winning the United States Championship last week in the U.S. Open Challenge. And now Claw come crashing down, but no, truth. He still has life. He still has some fight left in it. He's not gonna let Sheamus take away his hopes of staying United States champion. And now kick to midsection. And now has him up, suplex. Oh, never mind, forward suplex. Nicely done right there. And Truth now. What's this? What's he looking for? Gets a strike. Looking for some more momentum. Looking to wear down Sheamus here in this matchup. And now has him hip toss. Nicely done. Truth now. Snapmare. And our Truth gets a kick right there. Maybe a little under. Maybe a little below the belt. The belt? Well, I meant belt. Hopefully that's what I actually said. Anyway, now Sheamus has him and gonna take him down. Okay. That's devastating. And now Sheamus gonna drag R-Truth away from ropes, looking for a pinfall maybe. And yes, I don't think that's gonna be it. Truth has more heart than that. Yes, he does. I was about to say for a second, I almost ate my words there. With Sheamus, the shoulder charge. And well, that could probably be it for Truth. Hopefully not, though. Sheamus gonna go for a pin once again. Desperation pinfall. The second one in this matchup by Sheamus. R-Truth's gonna kick. No. Damn it. Sheamus has done it. Truth just had no more left in the tank. I guess that maneuver, that knee maneuver, I think it was like a back to a knee. Maybe the back of the head to a knee. I can't properly remember how I saw it. But, yeah, that maneuver definitely did wonders for Sheamus, and he's now a two-time United States champion. The first ever two-time male champion in New Year's Month history. First ever two-time United States champion in New Year's Month history. Of course, first ever two-time champion in general, male, female-wise, and Divas-wise, is Melina, as she won the title back last week in her rematch class. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, moving on from that U.S. title match, let's take a recap of what happened in the latest edition of Smackdown as we head to Smackdown Rebound.
And now, the Smackdown Rebound is brought to you by WWE Mobile. Check out WWE Mobile at m.wwe.com.
Matchup. She's gotten two opportunities to actually eliminate Kelly, but hasn't taken full advantage. Now Kelly has one. She's going to immediately take one, and no. Maurice survives the big boot, and Maurice is still inside. But now she's gone over the top rope, and now she's on the ring apron. So, she gets kicked out. Then bam, she's eliminated. This could actually be it here. I thought Kelly was going to become normal contender, and nope, we're just going to have to wait a couple more minutes here, I guess. Because Maurice is still in this matchup. Kelly, I thought, has taken complete advantage and has almost won this matchup. Once again, third time Maurice has had an opportunity, not going to take it here. Very questionable compared to Kelly, who's been taking it. Okay, never mind. Not going to get the well, she had an opportunity there herself. The kick right there by Maurice. She feels like Kelly's stunned. And to be fair, she probably will be. She was stunned the first kick. Second kick, obviously, ducked underneath. And the third one could actually be all she wrote here. Kiss out Kelly. This could be it for her. Maurice definitely has the strength advantage here, so that could actually be it. And now the drop kick, and Kelly's out of here. Maurice is #1 contender for the Women's Championship. So there you go. To be fair, I thought Kelly was going to win. Not gonna lie, that big boot taking Maurice over top rope, but no, the momentum for Maurice. Some way, somehow, she saved herself, was able to grab onto the bottom rope, able to land on the ring apron, able to save herself. I thought Kelly was gonna win. Maurice had 3 opportunities, 3 or 4, in which she could have eliminated Kelly, decided not to though. Well, for that opportunity, the kick, able to daze Kelly once again like it did originally, and it gets Maurice the victory. And now here's the graphic. Beth Phoenix will defend the Women's Championship against Maurice at the Bash. Okay, never mind, he's going to go to the ropes. And Punk looking to get Braver here, not going to begin to Braver. His head almost hit those steel steps. Which, due to that angle, I thought he was actually going to originally go into the turnbuckles, but no. Which way he went to the ropes, and I was confused about it. Anyway, now Matt gets a kick to connect, has him up here. What's this? Matt Hardy going for a dog. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to go for a GTS. That would have been dope. I thought Matt was going to go for a GTS, but instead Samoan drop, oddly enough. And now here we go. Well, his own maneuver. No twist of fate. This could be all she wrote for CM Punk. Matt now. Come on. Take advantage. Matt gonna pull Punk away from the ropes. And now, it's done. Matt Hardy has pinned CM Punk. The #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk, has been pinned by Matt Hardy And well, if SmackDown management has something to say about it, well, definitely gotta think management is going to make Matt Hardy get a future world title opportunity now. He has defeated the former champion and the number one contender to a world title in CM Punk. Now, next week, what will happen on SmackDown? Will Matt Hardy get a world title opportunity against The Undertaker? Will it become a triple threat at the Bash? Or will something else happen? I have no idea. Well, we're out of... Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A whole lot to talk about. On the SmackDown side of things, of course, Maurice winning that Battle Royal. She will challenge Beth Phoenix at the Bash for the Women's Championship. Matt Hardy has basically turned the world title matchup at the Bash between Taker and Punk all upside down now, because some stuff could happen now. Some stuff could happen as Matt Hardy, could get a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. He did defeat the number one contender. He could actually, get a matchup for a world title before the Bash or after Bash. If it's after the Bash for Matt, then he doesn't really, affect this matchup, the matchup between Punk and Taker at the Bash all too much. But if he does, get a matchup against one of these two men, like Taker or Punk once again or something like that, then, stuff is changing a little bit over on SmackDown for a world title picture. As anyway, Chris Jericho takes on Tyson Kidd here on Raw, and of course Jericho, one half of the Unified Tag Team Champions. Of course, last week we did have Miz take on WWE Champion Randy Orton in non-title action, and well, oddly enough, Jericho, when it looked like he was going to help out Miz, he attacked Miz, but yet they're still Unified Tag Team Champions. We haven't gotten any word on the stuff between Jericho and Miz, whether if they try to swerve us or something like that, they try to swerve Orton, or I don't know, because it's just weird. Jericho attacked Miz. Miz obviously still lost to WWE Champion Randy Orton in a non-title contest. Stuff is weird here on Raw. Stuff is, well, at least that's the weird part. Definitely got some more stuff happening. Of course, last week on Raw, after the number one contenders matchup between Hart Dynasty and Kosov and Santino. No, not last week. 2 weeks ago. Obviously, we did have William Regal help out. Well, not help out, I guess. Regal did attack Santino when Santino was walking down to the ring. A couple minutes after the number one contenders matchup between Hart Dynasty and Kosov Santino, then, well, it looked like Kosov was going to help. As he appeared in the background, nope. Regal gave him a steel chair. Kosov used it. And, well, in that matchup, in that tag match, Santino just screwed it up for his team. Got destroyed by both Tyson Kidd and D.H. Smith, and now Miz. He has a ticket here. Could be watching backstage, but this is interesting here. Whether that's aimed towards Tyson Kidd or Jericho, I have no idea. But anyway, interesting to see Miz here. Shall see what role he plays, if he actually does play one here or not, or maybe he just wants a better view. We don't know. But anyway, so Kosov has betrayed Santino. The Ruthless Roundtable basically has returned with Regal and Kosov, although Cedric Jackson over on DCW, so we have that. And of course, triple threat for the Divas Championship. Melina will defend against Gail Kim and Natalya. Of course, Melina won her rematch clause matchup against Gail Kim last week, which is why she now holds the Divas title. So Gail Kim only held the Divas title for a week, same like R-Truth holding the United States title for a week, which ultimately led to the original holders of their respective titles, Melina and Sheamus, now become two-time champions. So weird on how that dynamic works out for them coincidentally. But anyway, now Jericho and Tyson Kidd on the outside here. We will have either Jericho and Miz taking on either Tyson Kidd or Dayton Smith on SmackDown. So we shall see on how that rolls out in one-on-one action. But I'm assuming probably Miz and David Hart Smith then, since we have Jericho and Tyson Kidd here on Raw. See right there, Jericho taking down Tyson Kidd. Up next, Divas action as Brie Bella will take on Gail Kim. Of course, in Superstars, we had Nikki Bella defeat Eve in a 17-minute matchup, which took for fucking ever. But yeah, I digress. Anyway, now, Jericho has Tyson Kidd and send him off the ropes. Here goes Tyson Kidd, duck underneath by Jericho, nicely done. And now has Tyson Kidd up and down, knee right to the ass. Or backwards inverted time drop, where? And now Tyson Kidd has him here. What's this? What's he looking for? pump handle, and gutbuster. Nicely done on Tyson Kidd's part right there. And Jericho can try to fight back here. Of course, Jericho, one half the Unified Tag Team Champions, won it. Wolf Miz all the way back at Backlash against DX. However, Miz did get the pinfall, and I believe Miz pinned Triple H. Although I could be mistaken on that one, but I do know Miz actually got the pinfall. And we now Tyson Kidd, what a kick right there. Nicely done on his part, taking down Chris Jericho. Y2J, I believe Jericho actually has a pretty good record himself. I'm not too sure what it is, but he has a good record. And we now Tyson Kidd, the knee right to the gut right there. Tyson Kidd now, nice strike. Go behind here. Drop kick to to Jericho. And of course the main event is shown up next. Well, not up next, but after the Deals contest, Randy Orton will defend the WWE Championship against Shawn Michaels. 2 weeks ago, we had no more contenders matchup between, Michaels, John Cena, and Triple H. Cena won that number one contenders matchup, but if you remember back a couple weeks ago on Raw, we had Shawn Michaels defeat Randy Orton in a non-title contest, and now management has now decided to give Michaels his, matchup. And he struck his matchup, and now this could completely change the landscape of the WWE title picture heading into the Bash, same like the Matt Hardy victory or Punk did on Smackdown for the world title. So we shall see what happens if Michaels does win the title here tonight. As Tyson Kidd will a nice connection to the back of the head of Jericho. Nice kick right there. Jericho falling down to one knee for just a split second there, but Tyson Kidd able to wear down Jericho now. And now it's just going to turn around here. What's Tyson Kidd looking for? Jericho going to reverse it either way. Imagine how much of a big victory it'll be for Tyson Kidd to get a victory. Or Jericho run into a victory row. And this could actually happen here. 2 and 3. Tyson Kidd with the victory. Tyson Kidd has gotten a victory over Y2J. Well, I did say it could happen, but that was unsuspected, I guess. That was unexpected. Jericho running right into Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd caught him just in time. Connects with a victory roll. And Tyson Kidd has pinned Y2J Chris Jericho. What a victory for Kidd here tonight. Can this be what happens come the Bash? As Tyson Kidd and Dale Hart Smith, the Hart Dynasty, challenge for Chris Jericho's and The Miz's Unified Tag Team Championships. Here's my question though. Do Jericho and The Miz still have tension? Or was all of that a swerve that, that didn't really work out too well? I have no idea. But, shall see what happens, I guess, come the Bash. As here comes the former Divas Champion. The title reign of only a week. Gail Kim. Well, R-Truth will meet her in that caliber for a title run of only a week. So, Gail Kim had a great match against Melina at Extreme Rules, defeating Melina for that title, and then another good match against her, of course, last week, and then Melina ultimately prevailed and is now a two-time Divas champion. So now Gail Kim goes in action against one action against Brie Bella. Her sister Nick Bella did pretty well for herself in that 17-minute matchup against Eve, which took forever, but she did pretty well for herself. Checked out a whole lot of times, stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully this is not the case with Brie Bella. Hopefully, yes, doing well will help her out. But if she wins, then this could definitely lead to a fatal four-way situation at the Bash, or Brie Bella getting a title opportunity in the future as well. And we don't want no more of those, because at this point we already have that. We already have that between the world title, between Punk and Taker, with Matt Hardy now almost being involved in the equation. And if Michaels wins the WWE Championship here tonight, then it's gonna mess up things between Cena and Orton. And ladies and gentlemen, I was getting word before this show started that Cena is not gonna be here. Cena, of course, did attack Randy Orton after Orton's non-title victory over The Miz last week on Raw. Cena, he's not gonna be here this week. Whether or not, if he's scared that Orton's gonna retaliate against him or not, I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, John Cena will not be here tonight on Raw, so hopefully he doesn't think that that he could miss a show as casually like that, and not suffer the consequences of maybe still getting a title match but rarely appearing. Hopefully that's not the case. But Cena's just missing one show. If this ends up being a non-stop cycle, then management's definitely gonna have to do something about that. And now, Brie Bella here. Nice kick right there to Gail Kim, the former Divas champion. Brie Bella working on the arm now. And now Brie, well, her sister and Eve are the only 3 Divas here on Raw. They're not involved in this whole title picture. So yeah, so basically half of the Divas roster on Raw is, involved in the title picture. So that definitely, doesn't help out, because, the usual will be 2 like it is for Maurice and Beth over on Smackdown. Hopefully that doesn't change, because we don't really need these, last couple of changes. We just got this episode of Raw, 1 more to go after this, and we got 2 more weeks worth of Superstars, ECW, and Smackdown. And I am just hoping that things, stay the same, because at the Bash, basically, everything was already, pretty much scheduled. Everything was already set in stone for the most part. Well, almost everything was, pretty much set in stone for the most part, and for the Bash by the first week. For example, Cena Orton for the title. However, that could sadly change due to management. Punk and Taker for the World title. Well, Cena and Orton for the title. Punk and Taker for the World title. Matt Hardy changing up all of that. The Divas Championship matchup between Natalya, Gail Kim, and Melina basically was set in stone by itself. Melina winning the title, didn't really change it all that much, because it's still going to be a triple threat, or at least for now. Gail Kim could still get that rematch clause though, which, hopefully she doesn't ask for that, because I want that triple threat. It's going to be exciting, and so hopefully that triple threat stays, but it's all up to Gail Kim and whether or not she's going to get a title opportunity, if she wants to get a title opportunity, next week on Raw on the Go Home show. And now it's this moonsault, beautiful moonsault, taking down Brie Bella. That was nice, gets that springboard. She ain't, well, to be fair, that's what made her lose to Natalya, that made her be in the triple threat. Of course, that was non-title 2 weeks ago, to kick things off on that additional Raw where Natalya defeated her. After Gail Kim missed a springboard, I believe it was a springboard crossbody, she got none but the mat. Natalya watched her for like 2 seconds, wore down the leg a little bit for like maybe a couple 5 seconds, and then the sharpshooter, in which Gail Kim ultimately tapped out to. So Gail Kim has lost to both of her competitors at the Bash in one-on-one matches, Melina and Natalya. But anyway, looking to bounce back here. So Gail Kim not looking the strongest heading into that triple threat at the Bash. And Brie Bella looks to maybe stop that momentum. But Gail Kim, gonna make sure that does not happen, has her up. Oh, and the strength of Gail Kim showing off here. Takes her down right there. Front suplex. Nicely done. And now, waiting for her dropkick baseball slide right to the temple. Well, at this point, the only thing we don't really know for a championship is, to be fair, basically the United States Championship. Sheamus could maybe do another U.S. title open challenge, unless, of course, if management could make another matchup themselves, that's not the U.S. title open challenge. But we still got a week left to know, and these remaining minutes of Rob, as there we go, nice hurricane right there on the part of the former Divas champion Gail Kim. And now it's this springboard and gets a leg drop to connect. Nicely done by Gail Kim. Kim not playing no games here. Looking to choke Brie Bella out here. And I guess it's just wearing her down. Brie already had the rope break anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And now Brie gonna answer back with a nice strike right there. And now gets the elbow across the head. Gail Kim now trying to fight back here. Brie is a little bit faster in doing these strikes. Has her up. Back suplex by Brie Bella. So, of course, the ECW title match also set in stone. It could have been changed up a little bit if DiBiase defeated Christian on last week's edition of ECW. But it didn't happen. He did 2 weeks ago in the non-title contest. He got his title shot the week after, but he lost the title match. So anyway, now Gail Kim here off the pin. Can this actually be it here? Brie Bella. And yep, that's it. Gail Kim, the momentum booster for her. Nice way to redeem herself after losing to Natalya 2 weeks ago and losing the Divas title to Melina. Well, technically, Gail Kim, I said she had a week title run. No, she had a 2-week title run. So, yeah, this is a little bit better than our truth. Only by 7 days. But either way, Gail Kim, big momentum for her heading into the Bash. Next week, we shall see what happens between these 3 women, as Natalya, Gail Kim, and the Divas champion Melina will go to war for that Divas title on Raw's side of the Divas action. As over in Smackdown, we shall have Maurice and Beth Phoenix. Anyway, here we go, your main event of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Randy Orton will defend his WWE Championship against this man, HBK. aka Shawn Michaels. Michaels, he has Orton's number. He really does. A couple weeks ago on Raw, Michaels pinned Orton in a non-title contest. And well, the triple threat, he lost the triple threat number one contenders matchup. So this is what basically is separating Raw management from Smackdown management, oddly enough. For Raw, maybe, if let's pretend this was on SmackDown. If this whole situation between Michaels and the WWE title picture was on SmackDown, right? This is what will happen. We would basically have Michaels, since he lost the triple threat, his title match against Orton, since he defeated Orton a couple weeks back in a non-title contest. That title match could have probably gone up in smoke by Michaels losing the number one contenders match. Because over in SmackDown, rematch clauses, while you have it, if you lose a number one contenders matchup, you could ultimately lose that rematch clause as well. Because basically, rematch clauses and number one contenders spots will all ultimately count as one if that ends up being the case. Which has happened in the case of Michelle McCool, in which she had her rematch clause for the Women's Championship, but now she no longer has it because she lost that fatal 4-way number one contenders battle royal for the Women's Championship. So in that case, it didn't work out well for Michelle McCool. It helped out Punk. It worked out well for Punk, and Punk still has his rematch clause for the Intercontinental Championship over on SmackDown. So either way, it was still worked out well for him. So, yeah, well, Raw, a little different from SmackDown here. SmackDown management, if you ask me, is a little questionable. Raw management is a little bit more fair. But then again, that could actually be coincidence because we haven't been given the shot yet, or at least the opportunity for Raw to do something like this with a rematch clause and a number one contender's shot being just gained up into one. Anyway, now enough talking, as here comes the WWE Champion, Randy Orton. He's been WWE Champion since this universe mode began. We simulated the whole year. Pretty dominant title run. He won it from Shawn Michaels, but that won't count in the history books because we're going to start. History books start off in episode 1. So, there you go. Yes, here comes Randy Orton, the WWE Champion. First successful title defense at Backlash, which I believe was against Batista. Second title defense, successful, at Extreme Rules against Edge. And then third title defense, successful against... I'm lying, because he hasn't had a title defense at a pay-per-view yet. Oh, wait. This title match, right. I was thinking pay-per-views, because I was thinking, is there another pay-per-view? Did we do another pay-per-view after Extreme Rules? We didn't, so I'm lying. Although it could actually be the case here if he defeats Shawn Michaels here tonight. Edge's title shot, I think, basically gone up in smoke. Michaels did defeat Edge at one point, I believe, which I guess kind of screws up Edge's rematch clause. Not too sure about that, or not too sure if management is screwing or Edge on that part. But anyway, whole lot of things going to this main event. Viewers mode has been somewhat chaotic here. At this point, the only sane thing has been in ECW. The Ezekiel Jackson dominance. Christian being a pretty good ECW champion so far. Zack Ryder should make an appearance on ECW this week. And, well, Cena. Well, management told me he wasn't going to be here, but Cena has a ticket. So, I guess he technically is here, but management told me Cena wasn't going to be here. I guess he's allowed to be here, though. Cena said he wasn't going to be here, though, but he's coming as a fan, so this is questionable here. Now, well, this is confusing. Cena is here as a fan. I guess he said this to avoid Randy Orton. So Cena as a fan cannot get attacked by Orton. That's a lawsuit easily. Well, Cena does work here, got a ticket, so never mind. It's not actually a lawsuit, but something could happen. And now Cena's completely just screwed up with our main event here on Raw. And well, what's gonna happen here? Can Shawn Michaels become the new WWE champion and maybe make it a triple threat at the Bash? Well, yes, it'll be a great story for Michaels to become WWE champion once again, to get a taste of that gold. Last championship he held was the world title all the way back in, I believe, in 2002. Or maybe 2003. So bottom line, a while back for Michaels. So, he's gonna have, well, singles gold, I mean. Because obviously he didn't fight tag titles. But, singles gold, I mean. And we know Shawn, never mind, Orton gets him, elbow to connect right to the face. Square right on the face. And now Michaels chop to the chest, no missed. Lightning fast right there. Inverted Tom drop lower man right there. And Orton gonna shake it off though. Balls of steel. Why did I say that? Anyway, now Gutbuster, nicely done on this part of HBK. Well, Miz was a fan earlier, and the matchup with Jericho and Tyson Kidd didn't help out too much. Didn't help Jericho out too much. Then again, could be focusing on more Jericho, because Jericho, the attack he did against Miz and Miz's match against Orton last week. So it's a little weird. Raw's getting weird here. Raw's getting a little chaotic here. The match card is changing rapidly here. It could be changing. It's been on the verge of changing a couple of times. Of course, if Brie Bella was to get that victory over Gail Kim, then maybe it could have changed as well. Lucky enough, that didn't happen, as Orton taking Michaels' head off with that clothesline, and now the rapid stomps, 2 in a row right there. Michaels gonna fight back though. Shawn now, the stare down of Orton, anticlimactic as hell. But now, the go behind here has him up, and a back suplex right there on the part of HBK. Will Cena play a bigger role in this matchup by having the ticket and being a fan, compared to what Miz did in the matchup with Tyson Kidd and Chris Jericho earlier on? Of course, Tyson Kidd getting a surprise victory over Y2J. Can that happen at the Bash? Will Hurt Dynasty become the Unified Tag Team Champions? Or will Miz, have a 3-month title reign at that point? And now, Shawn is going to shove Orton here, has him forward, tornado DDT, nicely done. Shawn Michaels definitely could be a future champion here in Universe mode. Well, once again, saying the opportunity. And well, Michaels, he has the opportunity. Gained one by defeating Orton weeks ago in that non-title contest. Had another one in the Triple Threat No. 1 Contenders matchup 2 weeks ago, in which Cena won, and after the matchup attacked a very overly tired, or overly fatigued, knocked out Michaels. Triple H rolled out of the ring. Michaels just collapsed, like almost below at Cena's feet, and back superplex right there by Orton. And his father, of course, will be proud. Any type of suplex variation, I guess. Anyway, now, gonna send Orton to the outside, and there goes the WWE Champion. Shawn on a roll here. Cena, I see they're standing. Surprisingly enough, not paying attention to any of the fans. Fans, to be fair, they're more glued onto this matchup, which I don't blame them. It's an exciting one. It's Randy Orton and Shawn Michaels. Orton, I will assume, has all the expect in the world for Shawn. Orton has been a pretty good champion here in Universe mode. So, shall see what happens. Well, to be fair, Orton has gotten a couple losses under his belt, but none too great. Of course, one of those losses being to Michaels, which is why we're here in the first place. And now lower manhandle once again by Shawn. Orton, though, doesn't get the dropkick. Shawn able to evade it just in time. Now chop to the chest. HBK here. Go behind, gets the elbow to connect right to the back. Orton gonna try to fight back here. Orton knows that this matchup is huge. Like every other WWE title matchup that Orton has had, he's prevailed in. The Backlash matchup against Batista, he prevailed. The Extreme Rules matchup, Extreme Rules against Edge, he's prevailed. Here tonight on Raw, where it's not a pay-per-view, so it doesn't feel as big, but it's still, to be fair, equally as important. Will he prevail as Michaels now able to get Orton with the clothesline? And now Shawn here has him. What's this here? Back suplex. Yup. Gets it to connect on Randy Orton. So far, none too great here. None of these men have gone for their finishers. None of these men have gone for the final blow in this matchup so far. It's a pretty slow one so far, but that could ultimately lead to some pretty good stuff at the end. Well, at least I will hope so. But either way, still a good matchup either way. And now Shawn, nice strike right there. Has the arm of Orton, gonna wrench in it. Has him up now, body slam by HBK. Very basic but effective. And now gets the forearm right there, and the classic kick up by Shawn Michaels. Signature, vintage Shawn Michaels. Orton, not too happy about that though. Rightfully so, both men hitting charge at the same time. And now Shawn, the chop to the chest is missed once again. Orton just has that move scouted. And now Orton rebounds Shawn. Shawn able to reverse the jawbreaker right there. Catching Randy off guard. Elbow drop delivered shortly after. Cena watching on from the crowd, thinking, can this all change at the Bash? At the Bash, will this change to a triple threat? Or who knows, maybe if Shawn does win, as Orton gets sent to the outside, Shawn saw it coming. And now Michaels gonna get back inside the ring. Well, once again, as I was saying, Cena could be thinking, at the Bash, the call change to triple threat. But, if Shawn is to win this matchup, which it could happen, maybe. But let's say if Shawn is to win, then Orton could actually get his rematch clause before the bash. And that could also change. And if Orton wins, then, maybe goes back to being 1-1 or not. No, because then technically Shawn could have his rematch clause, which could, change the triple threat. Bottom line, 1-1, Orton and Cena, Shawn and Cena, or a triple threat between Orton, Cena, and Shawn, with either Orton or Shawn being the champion. So we got a whole lot of interesting dynamics here heading into the bash. Which one will happen? I have no idea. But at this point, it's looking like it's going to be Orton and Cena, because Orton looking pretty dominant here over Shawn Michaels. Michaels is weakened, and now flow over Tornado DDT by, I was about to say Triple H, but no, Randy Orton. And Orton now, what's he looking for here? Looking for perhaps a backbreaker, backstabber where he went caught. And now Michaels, well, he gets sent all the way to the other side of the ring right there, misses the forearm right there. Orton had it scouted into the outside, goes Orton once again. Orton doesn't learn, and Shawn has had it scouted once again. Second time in a row in that matchup where Orton has gone for that maneuver, and Shawn just able to evade it. And Orton taking Shawn down with the elbow. Randy Orton now has Shawn Michaels. Michaels, though, nice reversal, gets a forearm to connect. HBK, he's hurt, holding on to his abdomen. Michaels now gonna try to get a victory here. Small package. Orton's leg just away from the ropes. 2. This could be it. No. Orton turning it around, reversing the momentum. 2. Michaels gonna turn it around. Who's gonna get the better of each other? It's another 2 count. Orton now. What the shit is happening? Just get a 3 count. Michaels, no. Orton reversing the pressure once again. What the fuck is happening? And now it's this gonna be it. No. What the fuck just happened? Anyway, weird. Well, that's the type of shit we expect here in numerous mode. And dropkick once again does not connect by Orton. Both of these two men reversing small packages here. And Orton's, he's had enough. He's had enough of this. He said, it's no more fun. As it takes him down right there with that classic backbreaker that Randy Orton is known for. And now Orton, what's this? Has him up here. Suplex. Nicely done on the part of Orton. Once again, basic but effective. Still trying to recover over those small packages that happened. Just multiple reversals right there. And now Orton, those classic stomps right there. He's going into that place. Orton's going to that place. He's nailing off his greatest maneuvers. Got those stomps in, and before that, I believe he got 2 of those backbreakers to connect. And now, all that's left, to be fair, is either the punt or the RKO, or maybe both of them. And there we go, the RKO. I did say both of them. Well, maybe just one of them could do the job. And that one being obviously Orton's best one, the RKO. And now it's this. No, he's not done yet. Come on, Orton, that's enough. The punt to the skull. And he's still not done. Orton. RKO, punt. And he's gonna, yep, that's it. Well, he hit both of them. I did think that Orton was just gonna stop at the RKO. Nope, he actually stops at the punt. That's questionable on Orton's part. But it gets him the victory here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Randy Orton, still your WWE champion of Monday Night Raw. And now Cena, he's gone. See in the background, the crowd. Cena's gone. Where is he? I have no idea. He's not in the ring. He's not at all on the outside of the ring. He's not in the crowd. John Cena's gone. As Orton celebrates his victory, Orton doesn't look too concerned about Cena being gone. He knows Cena's not here. Cena's nowhere to be seen. This is actually one of the rare times we actually cannot see Cena. So Cena's actually fucking invisible. Holy shit. Anyway, that's it for Raw. Randy Orton retains the WWE Championship here tonight, and at the Bash, it will stay Orton and Cena. Thank you all for watching this episode of Universe Mode. Catch you all in the next one, which shall be ECW. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.